Well, this next one's been brewing for a while. It's the headless horseradish, and it's got a little bit of ghost pepper in this puppy too. So
I do like horseradish.
As do I, which is why I got this one actually. So we're getting near the end. You'll have to tell me if this one, the flavor is still worth the spice.
Okay.
Or
because it gets to a point where you can't taste anymore.
Yeah, the last two are no bueno.
Okay. That means not good.
It does.
Here's a quick fact for you. I took Spanish for 4 years in high school. And had Hispanics working at our car lot, so I know a lot of Spanish. But the secret to the story is I took Spanish 1 3 times until I passed it. Then I took Spanish 4 with all the 10th grade, or Spanish 2 with all the 10th graders.
Nice. Well,
Is
speaking,
this gonna come later or what?
You're not getting any of the heat? You better find a saucy bite there. Jared, did you not sauce that one up enough?
It might come here.
No, I think you were doing most of the
Maybe I'm
saucing.
better at hot stuff than I thought I was.
Maybe you are. So, speaking of quick facts like that, I wanted to take a minute to give you the opportunity to just give us some of those quick hitting facts, because I feel like there's so many facets of Doug Porter that we just
Weird ones, right?
we don't know, and we want to. I mean, everybody knows you're the tech guy. You know, some people know you like motorcycles or
Just one
Apple
motorcycle.
products or whatever.
Yep.
But what are some of those other sort of quick, interesting facts, little-known facts about Doug Porter?
Okay, I wrote a few down, but I probably forgot a bunch. Or maybe I've already said a few. I talked about my tongue. It's weird, I know, gross. I'm not going to show you, but it's gross. My geographical tongue, or whatever it's called. I still own my first car. So my grandpa was a car dealer. Remember, I worked for him. But while I was in high school, he bought me and my cousin he got a 69 Buick Grand Sport with a 400 in it. And I got a 1974 Plymouth Fury with a 400, both 2-doors, both quite fast. Mine only had like 70,000 miles on it, and this was in 1998. And it was a 74. So it was in like mint, perfect condition. Now it's like, it's all the paint's been stripped off of it and put in black primer, and it's been sitting outside for a long time. But still got that car in my garage right now, next to my motorcycle. I don't know how I got my wife to do that. She has to park outside now. I'm really sorry, honey.
The car that you never drive is sitting in your garage.
Well, my
Wow.
grandpa had it for a long time while he had
Yeah.
a car lot. Now he doesn't need one, and doesn't need a lot, so now I have to store it. So I lived on a farm in high school. So tech guy, lived on a farm, like rode a horse, scooped calf pen poop, and baled hay all summer.
Yeah, you don't strike me as the farmer type.
Yeah,
But
I went hunting and fishing with my dad and all that kind of stuff. Like, I don't do that now, but I know how to. And like, yeah, still go to my dad's, and he's got like deer hanging in his garage, and got some, and yeah. So,
deer that you killed?
Nope.
Oh.
No, him. No, and his friends. Yeah. I have a tattoo, which probably a lot of people see it, but they don't really know why I have a tattoo. So
Is that Tigger?
that's Tigger. And when I was 18, was living with my dad. My parents were divorced, so when I lived with my dad, when I went back to visit my mom, she has tattoos, and she's like, "Hey, I'll get you a tattoo." And I was like, "Okay, cool." And then we went to the tattoo place, and the guy was like, yeah, I guess I could squeeze you in. I just did this big tattoo for this guy, and I got another one coming, but if you can pick something real quick. I was like, okay, well, I was a Christian in high school, and I was doing stupid stuff, but I also was like, but I don't want to have a bad testimony. I was like living on the fence all the time, back and forth. And so I was like, I can't get a tattoo that's just like bad in any way. So, and I was like really wild in high school. Like, I was voted most school spirit because I was the mascot and most fun and biggest flirt. So I was just like obnoxious. And so I was like, Tigger's obnoxious, and nobody can say anything bad about that. Like, I don't have to worry about like skulls and like all that kind of stuff. So that's what I got. And
So you got a Tigger tattoo.
Yeah.
When you were 18.
Yep. I worked at an eBay store, which is not owned by eBay, but like sold people stuff on eBay. I got kicked off of computers in high school because they didn't have computers. So when they first got the first computers in the library, I was in there like getting on AOL chat and like going on all these websites and getting all these apps on there, and they were like, whoa, what are you doing? And they got scared of me, so they like banned me from there. And then a teacher shortly after that wanted email, and so I hooked her phone into the computer's modem and like got like Juno email for her and got her in trouble. And so yeah, I used to get in trouble in school for computers. Speaking of Jared, who's behind the camera over here, I've been to Brazil 4 times. So twice for like spring breakish type stuff, and then as my life got better, I went for missions. One time with the missions team with Lucas, and then another time Jared's parents brought me down just because of all the stuff that happened with his dad, and helping them through all that with technology. They brought me down. I have my grandpa and my dad are both drywallers, so they drywalled. That's what they did for their living all the time. And I was always like, am I going to grow up to be a drywaller? Like, no offense. I mean, I went and worked with them all the time, but it was like, I like technology. I don't like this stuff. And my dad was super cool about it. He didn't know anything about technology, like literally knew nothing. When he got like his first cell phone, I was like, you have a cell phone? Like that kind of guy. But he was always like, if that's what you want to do, he bought me a computer when I was a kid and it was behind me. So that's just kind of a weird, interesting thing. And something I wrote down is I was in more schools than grades by 7th grade. So
Really?
rough childhood. We moved around all the time. Ankeny, Des Moines. I've been to almost all of the schools in both districts. And it was rough. But that caused me to be a people person because I had to make new friends all the time, which is weird as a tech guy. So then when I went to high school in Minnesota, I stayed through the whole, which I really loved. But yeah, that's some of my quick ideas.
Awesome. Well, thanks for
Did you
giving
know
us
any of those already?
only the ones that you told me, like
Yesterday?
Yesterday, in our preparation for this. I did know that you'd been to Brazil quite a few times. I didn't know 4 exactly, but I knew you'd been down there at least
love
a couple
Brazil.
times.
It's great.
I like Brazil too.
Yeah.
So
You've been, how many times have you been?
once
What? Aren't you married to a Brazilian?
I am, and still only been once. But it was an awesome trip.